1 million.
Hey, I'm gonna teach you how to do something, but by the way, I have no idea how to do it myself.
Yeah. She's earning 100,000 euros per month with YouTube automation.
That 1 hour call alone is probably gonna make me more money than 10 courses that I would buy.
I have to go to the point that if I sell a Spanish course, you will say, I don't understand the course. A lot of people is on tutorials, and if you just produce massive content, bad quality, tutorials will be like just short time ranked. And I have like figured that with my channels. And if you just try to do the best tutorial, it's like rank a lot more years. So of course in a short term, if you're uploading every month a lot, that's like what Hessel do, like a lot of volume, a lot of content every week. But then I think her tutorials are not, some yeah, but some are not like a lot of time ranked. But and now I'm realizing more that because every time a lot of people is I'm on tutorials, I'm on how to, so we are all doing the same. So why I will be ranked and not you? Because my tutorial or my thumbnails are a lot better. I think.
Right. So how can you diversify from everybody else doing the same tutorials? Do we just make better thumbnails, but does the actual video quality matter?
I think that it matters like a lot because I have improved my quality on my Spanish tutorials and I'm ranking like 1 of 3 tutorials. That's crazy.
You improve the quality of your tutorials?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
I can improve it a lot more. Like,
how did you improve
the
quality?
If you start like instead of hello or how to solve that, we have to go here. Okay. I think it's a lot better like starting more engaging, like, do you have this problem, right? Or you can access here with your internet. How can you solve it? First step you have to try is this. Like with Zooms and more, I think if you do like this quality, people will always prefer see like this type of tutorial.
It's example. More engaging, yeah.
Yeah, more engaging.
Right.
Yeah.
So that basically putting more time and effort into each tutorial increases its chance of ranking, basically. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right, totally. And putting time and effort also into a thumbnail.
But the difference is that, for example, I'm uploading 30 per month and are not like the best tutorials. And Hessel is uploading 500. So, for example, this difference is 17 times. So
yeah, 17 times.
Yeah, he uploads 17 times more. That's like a lot more.
I wonder what's the revenue difference. Did you guys compare revenue difference between his and your channel?
Yeah, he's making more because he started in 2020 and I started on November 2021.
Right.
Yeah, he's just spending almost the triple than me every month.
Triple.
You have to think on leverage. I think it's a lot better spending one day on this data than analyzing tutorials individually or staying all the day. That's why I always think Hessel is great and it's very working because he works a lot. But he, I think, needs to think in another way because he's always doing the same time as in that in just 1 year, and it's not like for saying anything, but I try a lot different things he never tried. That's why but he's earning 5 times my revenue, but I just always think on long term. On long term, I feel that if I continue like this, I will be the number 1 on tutorials. My real opinion about that if you now start selling, like we feel you like someone who is not having great results yet on YouTube automation, you have like very good energy and good contacts, like we feel like that. But if you start selling, it will feel like a lot of these gurus that is trying to sell someone to like earn money. That's like about my opinion. I on my main channel, I sell one thing that it performs well. And I know that if I start selling, I will be like earning 10K with courses. I think really, because a lot of people every day says, do you have mentorships, do you have something? But not having anything, I think it makes you like, I share free. I share my knowledge for free. And on the future, when I have the best course, everybody will be like, this man never sells as anything and never do that. Because, for example, when you have this mentor 1 hour calls with you, on my description, on your description, about $97 or
49, I think.
okay.
My
Doesn't
my
matter.
my offer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's basically just like this, us talking on the phone. By the way, if you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
want to talk to me, there's a link down in the description.
No, but I like feel like you are doing these videos just to try to earn money with this. Like people just try to speculate about, you are not doing really for helping others. You are just trying to do for you earning more money. And of course, Dave Nick has a lot more audience. He has a lot years, and he don't do like your same videos. He always teaches like if he was like a professor or an expert. You feel more like your friend, and it will be like, I think it will not perform good, but at least on the long term.
Yeah, I agree
what
with you. I agree with you for that. That's a really interesting take. Kind of explains nicely, I think, the feelings of many people. And I think in the long term, if you are establishing a more personal relationship with people, you can run longer maybe, you know. But then like again, we can sit here and we can talk about this, but then like how much money am I making and how much money he is making, you know what I mean? Like, but then again, it's like, okay, what about in 5 years? Like, it's very interesting to see, you know?
You have to think longer, because if you just continue like this, imagine you do your own YouTube automation, you start doing 5K, not more like, but you have to realize the starting, all the Discord, all the free value you are, when you like, if I feel you like an expert and I have all this background, I will buy, and on the long term you will have crazy results. But if you now start selling things and that, I think on the long term it will like goes a lot worse. And I have like this with one friend of mine that he has 100,000 subscribers, and he start like, now I'm gonna do this mentorship, now I'm gonna sell that, and then people, and he's very very good, but then people stops like feeling that, oh, he is now selling another thing, and if you, and that's one thing Ormodi said, and I really think at the same, that it's very difficult to change the perspective of people.
Bro, that's an interesting question. How do you offer something without losing the trust or connection with your audience?
I think that if you have good results and you are transparent with that, you will not lose that. Because, for example, I worked 2 years ago with one Amazon FBA person that sells courses, but he was earning 6 million a year, and like 1 million revenue, and 6 million.
6 million revenue and 1 million profit.
6 million revenue, yeah, and 1 million, yeah. I have to improve. And he sells like 1 million a year with courses. So 1 million with Amazon, 1 million with courses, but he's very transparent. He always stays like, I'm doing that, or I have horrible results this month. I just earned 100,000. That if you see on total, it's very bad for him. And he always explains like, these are very bad, I'm very transparent, and nobody says that, because you are just sharing really all. And now, for example, or I think you will have the same, I receive a lot of comments of, you are just the one I can trust, you are just sharing me new things, and you are like, the reality is on your channel. I know that in the future, if I'm earning money, people will buy me, because I have like win this without, of course I can like do bad things and lose this status,
Reputation.
This reputation, yeah. But if you like just do it good, then
I think also maybe like having realistic expectations and then having the actual results. So let's say, for example, that I'm not making, let's say I'm not making even 1,000 euros with YouTube automation. Let's say I'm making 500, 300 euros per month with YouTube automation, right? It's not crazy, life-changing money, but at the same time, there are people who are making $0 dollars or euros per month with YouTube automation, and they would love to be in your position where you're making 3,500, for example.
Yeah.
And if you're saying, hey, listen, you are at 0 and I'm at 300, whatever, right? Like, and I got here by myself, I can kind of show you how I got here, right? And then if you're setting,
you can do it really.
and if you're saying a realistic expectation, like for example, I can show you what I did, but it's not 100% that this might work for you, right? And also, like, if you do it, you need to work really hard to get here, right? Yeah. Then you're like, okay, listen, it's not easy. There's a realistic expectation. This is how much. Like, just leading by example.
Yeah, but for me, like, at least, of course, you can do it. I can start selling courses because I'm earning more than a lot of my audience, and I have good knowledge. I can do it. I just consciously decide not to do it, but of course you can do it. But I think if for example, you're earning 300, 500 euros, and your energy is going on selling that to new people, I think you are losing energy to really grow the business.
Okay, like, but what about taking the money you get from courses and reinvesting it into YouTube automation to grow it even faster and bigger?
People knows that.
But it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah,
let's say
okay, you can.
Let's say, for example, you're making 500 per month with YouTube automation, and then you make a course, whatever, and you're like, okay, how I got from 0 to 500 per month with YouTube automation, for example, right? What I did. And then you sell it, you start making a little bit of money, right, with that. And then you take that money, for example, and you put it more into YouTube automation so that grows even more.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do it. But I think that if as long term you think, better results you will have on long term. But
yeah,
that's yeah, it's very like tentative. It's
tempting.
Tempting to do that. Because on Saturday I will like meet with the referent Spanish guy that is YouTube Millonario. I don't know if you know about, but he's doing six figures a month, like 100,000 euros per month with courses.
Courses,
almost, yeah. And I'm like,
courses on what?
YouTube automation.
YouTube automation as well.
Yeah.
Let's have a call, all of us together, after you meet him.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Ask him as well.
He's the best legend, of course, on the Spanish industry.
Yeah.
And but I never bought his course because there are some feelings I don't like. But
yeah.
But he's doing a lot, and I'm not the second one. But I'm like here on the podium of YouTube automation in Spanish, like on personal brand. I know that if I start selling going down my reputation and selling shit, I will start like earning 10K easily, and of course it's tempting.
But what?
I'm not selling my reputation, as you said. It's difficult. I just stay a lot of years. I will be earning some money. I think 100%.
Yeah.
Doing that.
But what if you make a product that you actually feel like proud of? You actually, not just to make a product for the sake of making a product to sell it, but like you actually put your heart and effort into it. And it's like, I feel that there is part of it as in like kind of a little bit maybe fear of selling a course or selling your knowledge, or maybe not thinking that you're good enough, that like, because you always compare yourself, I feel like, to people who are better than you, right? And you're like, oh, but like once I get to that next level, then I'll be able to do it. And then you get to the next level and you're like, no, but once I get to the next level, then I'll be able to like feel as in like I'm competent enough to teach someone else. But then like, ask yourself a question. Are there people right now who know less than you, who have less experience than you, who would love to teach or who would love to learn from you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
So for them, you are valuable.
Yeah, I know.
You're not like selling out, but you are actually creating a product that was going to deliver results to your people who are watching you.
That's not bad, but I just like always think on being the number one or the best
That's good.
on that. So of course you can sell that, but I always think if tomorrow one person that is doing 30K starts on YouTube automation sector and he never uploads anything, but he just start like providing value, like this Excel things, he's earning more. He has like all my audience go by them better than me. Of course, not all, but you understand like that.
Yeah.
And in English, I feel the same. If tomorrow I don't know if you know Side Hustle channel that she's earning 100,000 euros per month with YouTube automation with one channel.
Wow, no, but yeah, send it to me after.
Okay, so if he really starts providing value tomorrow, I will buy the course immediately, because with just 3 videos I've seen of him, he's the best. I've never like listened to YouTube automation, because he really runs the process, and he's like 6 years I think started.
Yeah, bro, but like someone can feel the same way about you. Someone who has no experience comes around your channel, watches 3 videos, and he's like, dude, this Marcel guy put me onto the idea of YouTube automation, showed me the process of YouTube automation, and now I'm like already started doing this thing at home, like from scratch, you know?
Yeah.
So I think the perception of value is different for people at different levels. It's like for you, someone like Alex Hermosi who, you know, shares a value, you're like, whoa, is taken like away from it. But then someone who is just starting out from ground zero comes across your channel and he's like, whoa, this Marcel guy is so much further than me.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
But I totally understand how you feel about that. 100%.
And I can you can feel like I am always thinking that there is a lot more people earning more and not earning less. But 1 year ago I sell like some mentorship, some things. I have just been selling stuff on my YouTube career, my YouTube journey, like of how to grow. And I have some testimonials. I have experiment that, and I never like cross that, or I never just say I will not do it, because if one person really sends me a message, he wants to do mentorship, I probably will say, okay, why not? Let's do it, because he really wants my value, and for me it will be good, or just to learn, or just to whatever. I will do it, but just I think I never wanna sell that, at least now. Of course, if one day want to sell,
right.
Because if in private I say, hey George, I want to do mentorship, and it just that, I will I will do it. For example, now I have two people that say me that, and I'm just thinking if I really want to do it. But if I then do it, why not that?
You know, I think that really increases your value, like your perceived value, because if you're not, as you're saying, if you're not kind of selling yourself, right? And then people feel that like you're like scarce, you know? You're not available for everybody. So then the people who do reach out, you feel special to them.
Yeah. One point is that, and the other is that every video you upload, people want to see it. He's like, I want Marcel has to succeed, because he's always sharing every week value, like free with us. And it's like, I feel like people want me to have good results, just like for my transparency and for all of that. And I think I just learned a lot about this Amazon FBA guy that has earned this much value with just 50,000 subscribers.
50,000 subscribers. He's making 1 million per year.
It's crazy results just for this method. And
he's doing content about Amazon FBA in Spanish.
In Spanish, yeah.
And how much is his course? Like what price point? Do you know?
1,000.
1,000.
Yeah.
So what, he's making 1,000 sales per year?
Yeah.
1,000 sales per year. But the
course is amazing. I've seen her course because I go in. I think it's, if you stay every day, at least 15 days. You have to stay every day, all of your hours, to finish the course. It's the best course I've never seen about, because he really puts incredible course. So everybody that buys the course is really like really great with the real course. Because if you don't,
I think that's probably the key, right, to a successful
Yeah.
like online education business is really delivering results.
Yeah, totally. And he has a lot of people that, what about her course? Like on YouTube, opinions, like review. Everybody's incredible course. It's like if you don't buy the course, you're on a
You're missing out.
you're missing out something. So
Yeah.
imagine one YouTube automation course that if you don't buy it, it will your real like success. It will like you are on this pointless about everybody who is buying it. So he has he has a very amazing community on Discord about people. He really on the course. It's incredible course. And of course, then 95% of people will not have results, but he never sells bad things. The course is good. So
I think that's the key, definitely. Making sure that your course delivers results, so you're not just a quick sellout, and then, basically you want to make sure that whenever people make a YouTube video reviewing your course, they honestly have a very good experience with that. If you can achieve that, then you are selling a good product, good value, and you're going to create a flywheel, because the more people join, more people are going to make reviews, more people get results, and then
you will stay on long term. Is that basically that? That's why I don't gonna sell now, because my main focus is not on helping others. It's more like on growing. So if I start selling, I will not provide the best I can, and it will. That's why, but you can do it, and I know I can do it. If I want, I can start selling.
All of that initially starts from you actually doing the thing yourself and being in it and having first-hand experience.
Totally, yeah.
The worst thing you can do is be like, hey, I'm going to teach you how to do something, but by the way, I have no idea how to do it myself. Yeah. But then when you come to that, then it's like, okay, well, different people have different levels. And so that's when maybe like there are always going to be people who are better than you at this thing.
Yeah, of course, Mr. Beast always will be better than us. If you think about that, he will always be better. He works every hour of the day. He's crazy, 10 years experience. We will never be on her point, but and he is not selling even the course because his focus now is growing. And having this in mind, he's the best, and he really thinks he has to go, or he wants to grow more. He wants, because of course he can't stop and sell her knowledge.
Yeah, I think if Mr. Beast launches a course on how to grow on YouTube, that's just, imagine, like, it's just, I didn't even know. I think I don't know, over 10 million in the first day, probably, insane.
Totally. Yeah, or more. It will be like crazy. But he has like create the best number one channel, and then he has helped a lot of YouTubers like doing in 2 months a 5 part of views and 5 part of revenue. He has like all the he has passed. He's the best, and has done the process for the last 10 years. Of course, he don't have to sell anything.
But then like you don't have to be the number one guy, because there can only be one number one guy. You can be the number 5 guy and still offer help and value to other people.
Yeah, totally. And I think it when you like feel it, you want to do it, or I think, for example, if I start earning 20K, probably I will say, okay, now I think I want to just start sharing some value or doing some that, and I start realizing that I will know that I'm not the number one, but it's my time. Or I think you have to see when you want to do it.
So your level is kind of, once I get to 20K per month, then I feel that like I'm good enough to offer an online education.
I never like thought about the number, but yeah, probably something like that. And then I probably change my mind about how my YouTube channel is focused, because now it's focused about I'm the guy that I'm the friend who's trying. I'm sharing all transparent my experiments, and that probably will change to teach people what I learned with these 3 years doing focus and
Right.
how you can. For example, I never seen a video, at least on Spanish, on how to really hire a good team, cheap, and that, and doing a good tutorial about that. These websites, that, and I have some videos, right, that if a 20K person do that and sells anything, a lot of people will buy that because it's good, very, very valuable.
You see, I think this is why a lot of people can relate to you, and I think this is why also part that you're going to be very big and successful in the YouTube space, because you have a really good approach towards like not selling out and first learning yourself everything and not really running after the money. And so I think a lot of people are gonna and are appreciating that, and like, okay, like I relate to Marcel, so once he does launch his thing, then it's like full on kind of I'm gonna go on it. So because I know his values and I relate to his values.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, I have to go to the point that if I sell a Spanish course, you will say, I don't understand the course. I want to understand the course because I know he will provide me a crazy value.
Yeah, but like even just like talking to, like we have these calls, right? And every time I talk to you, you show me, like last time we talked, you showed me like channels and what you do with affiliates. Like that 1 hour call alone is probably going to make me more money than, 10 courses that I would buy. Like today you show me the Excel thing where you're like very detailed, tracking every video RPM, how many views that video got, and after 1 month, and like that's some very detailed stuff that I have not seen before, by the way. That's like super like focused type thing, like very detailed oriented, but I think that's the way to go about it. Like if you're going to take it seriously, and I think this is what I should also implement for myself, is that if I'm like, I need to really start taking more seriously, right? And I need to become more analytical about these things as well. Like experiment.
Yeah, but I understand your position. You're not earning really money, and you want to earn this stable money just to try to be more. I stay on your position too. But if you just do, at least on my experience, now I realize that it's better, I think, having another part-time job or something to have these earnings and have this mentality long-term and not sell your reputation and that trying to, if you follow money, it's always and I understand your point. You are now on tutorials on financing about if you copy Hessel on your strategy, you can start with this cash flow, and I understand totally your idea and your that. But yeah, that's my point.
No, that's very interesting, because like I subscribe to the idea that you should do what other people are doing successfully. So if they're doing it and it's working for them, then why can I not do the same thing, and why would that not work for me?
Yeah.
But then like if you wanna kind of, and you can start with that, I think, right? And it can work. But then like if you wanna jump to the next level, that's when you need to get creative, and that's when you need to improvise.
But I just think you have to like approach that on a base of skills. What skills are you earning doing these tutorials? Because you're automating them. Are you really improving your skills about YouTube and how this game works, or you are just doing a lot of volume and a lot of that? That's a question I really do. And on my opinion, if you start a viral channel with your retention ideas, but I think you are a good storyteller, you have good videos on. I think you are learning a lot more the skill on your personal channel than on this tutorial ones. Just trying things, thumbnails things. So I think, at least thinking a little bit different, if you start a viral channel with not your face and with your automation, but you do yourself, like the script and the narration. I don't know even if the editor or not. You can decide that your skills in 1 year will be a lot bigger than on tutorials.
Yeah, Yeah,
And
because
probably the results same, because you have good voice, like good storytelling. If you do good videos, I think you will have very successful, like very better chance.
there's one problem. I hate writing.
Yeah.
For me,
I hate it
for
too.
me, writing
Yeah.
a script is like torture.
Yeah.
I really don't like writing.
I feel the same. I hate writing, narrating, not really, but editing too. Like, not hate, but I don't like doing it. But I'm doing, now I have a viral channel where I'm doing everything, script, narration, and editing. And I think the video will be incredible, the result of what I'm like working on. And I always think I can delegate that with $10 team of Venezuela, and it will do the work for me that I'm doing weeks. But in just 1 month, my skill improved crazy doing that video and doing mentorships daily with one YouTuber who is following me. The script is bad here. And I know in 3 months, 6 months, if I just do everyday scripts and narrations, that I will then delegate and I will have a lot bigger skills to go crazy up.
And plus also, if you spend 1 year learning how to write a script, how to do everything, then then you're much likely to hire someone, or like you know exactly what to look for when you're hiring.
Yeah. It's the same on tutorials. It's very bad level, like, compared to virals. It's crazy the different of skill you have to have. But if you really go on tutorials, the best way is just at least Hessel have done that a lot of time doing tutorials, comparing different type of tutorials, which performs better. And when you have the formula, then delegate and try to spend a lot of money in volume. That's I think. But it's the hardest part. You have to do it yourself. I have now to see a documental, start doing the script again, and of course it's not something I want to do it. I prefer staying on seeing, this RPM is 13. But I think that if I do that, with just one video, I improve incredibly. With music, with retention, with why I have to quit this, and why. And that's why I'm just focusing not on the money, on the skills I need to do incredible videos. It's the same on Mr. Beast, but in a very bad way. He's doing the same. When he was doing everything himself until he did 20K per month. It's crazy. He has all the process, and then he hired an editor, but he knows how to do it, and he starts doing that. And
man, that's incredible. That really, because I was thinking about that as well yesterday evening, that like I want to put more effort into the YouTube automation channel, because that's going to be beneficial. Because right now I kind of came across to this point once again, talking about quantity versus quality, and we had this conversation, you and I, before. Like, I'm uploading 3 videos on my main channel per week for this is the 4th month I'm doing it. So I think it's June, July, August, now it's September. And I'm seeing you saw the video, like I'm seeing an increase in my revenue. And a part of me is that like, I don't want to stop that. I want to continue doing that, because I feel as if I continue doing this consistently, it's going to grow.
In the short term part, you will have money easily.
Yeah, it's going to grow. But then that 3 videos per week requires a lot of energy and time. Which is taking away energy from doing the actual YouTube automation itself. So,
but I feel that you really enjoy doing good videos. Like, you enjoy creating. At least I feel like that with you, because you're always like good hair, good background. You are really a better perfectionist than me. I am more like doing. And you can see, like, now I have bad hair, I have bad eyes, but you always like, that's a very important thing. Yeah, you are perfectionist, or at least I feel that it's perfectionist. Yeah, and you are doing tutorials. It's shit perfectionist. You are volume and not providing something you really are proud of you. At least it's what I feel a little bit the same with tutorials. Don't you prefer to do incredible videos and have 1 million people on every video just sharing and your impact on her life? I think that this will will like connect a lot more with you than doing crazy amount of tutorials and crazy amount of that. And for me, at least, I am a lot more satisfied with every video on my channel, of Marcel Gil channel, and it's not crazy like production, but the impact, what I feel when I do it, than the tutorials one.
Here's my take on it. I wanna, as of right now, it might change later on. So right now, I wanna invest time, energy, and money into the tutorial channel because I'm not proud of the videos that I'm making themselves, of the content. But the thing is, I feel like the value of those videos is in the solution. So I'm okay with that. And it's a proven concept. So what I'm going to be proud of from that channel is how much money it generates with consistent search traffic. And then once I have that consistent search traffic money coming in, then that's when I can reinvest that money into videos that I'm actually proud of.
Okay, I lost the Wi-Fi about the last part, but